Back to it. Odasses session 3. Tell me what happened last time, guys.
Pulling up notes.
We totally killed and routed a cult.
Yep,
Didn't
that
leave
happened.
any loose ends at all.
We totally didn't run away
It
from
was a total victory.
Yeah.
Let me.
We'll start from the beginning there.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some stuff that happened before.
We had an
Mhm.
excellent meal.
People cried.
Well, we got temporary HP.
You got temp HP because of Zoom. Cooked an excellent meal for you.
Yep.
Yeah.
We then off in the distance see the lighthouse of Umberlee, and there's a monastery there, and we need to escort little drunk cabin boy Sid to become a man of the cloth.
Right.
Which
How
sounded
was the
like a
weather?
great idea.
How was the weather
So
over?
there's like a localized rain and lightning
Storm.
storm,
Yeah.
and like
Right.
100,
Right.
like what was it, like 100 miles or something, or like
it was like 100 miles. It was like a mile in every direction.
a mile in every direction.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, I did write that. I just didn't write a one. But it's located over on Ansagon, and it's like striking the lighthouse with thunder and or with lightning, and generally gloomy.
What else?
We learned that there's an electrical serpent beast that can coil around ships. That's been doing some bad shit.
Right.
Literally
Mhm.
destroying all of
Yeah.
them.
Destroying ships.
Most of the ships that are getting destroyed are just being destroyed by an electrical serpent, massive serpent, and not what you guys haven't experienced.
At all.
Right. I
Probably
just heard
not.
about it.
What else? We got 70 gold from the quartermaster for our services, and the final rights of the captain to bring Sid, the drunken dwarf deckhand or chef assistant,
Captain Boy, yeah.
to be part of, make him a man of the cloth, make an honest man out of him.
Right.
Which we said we would. We reach Ansagon. It's rather a small settlement rather than a town.
Correct.
And consists of the Ansagon Board and Brew, a stable, a weapon master's, and a potions master. I didn't catch the name of the guy that runs the Ansagon Board and Brew.
And no one asked, but that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
We talked to him for a little bit. He mentioned that the brothers of the lighthouse are a bit strange, a bit awkward. Told us about the electrical serpent. He says that it appeared shortly before the rain, and the storm has been going on for like 4 months.
Right.
So like a freaking long time. But the town settlement and Board and Brew is essentially empty. The wreckage of adventurers and other sailors lays about, strewn on the coastline. We go to we rugby tackle Sid a little bit.
Great.
Trying to get a hold of him, buy some beer. We go to the monastery. It's like a over 100-foot tall structure with temple to Umberlee. Great knockers on the front.
Great knuckles on the double door.
True.
We are met by Father Rinva,
That's correct.
who prays before a mural of Umberlee, who looks like a sea Valkyrie holding a trident. We're surrounded by 10 to 12 foot tall statues of Umberlee on all sides, except for one in the back room. Looks like a demonic statue that only Zoom catches a glimpse of. We start getting cagey. We start insulting him. he grabs Sid and runs through the door and locks it behind him. We give chase, getting a better look at the demon, who looks like he's got many tentacles around his visage, but he's like a bug-like demon with centipede-like tentacles all around him, who we later find is a sin-born creature, as we find a bunch of cultists surrounding surrounded on all sides by similar statues. We interfere, but don't stop them. They summon the sin-born, which Kazdai recognizes from his previous travels, and we run like hell.
This foe is beyond any of you! Run!
Mira was so mad when I yelled. Totally warranted for the situation, but we flee the tower, consigning Sid to his death to hopefully go back to the ship, use the cannons maybe, and warn the rest of the townsfolk that something is coming and it's likely to kill them all. Other
Yes.
notes: the Sinborn creature can, if you get hit by it, if it bites you, if not cured quickly enough, you become a thrall of it.
Essentially. So you crit on your survival check, and you recalled that during your conquests as a paladin, you fought Sinborn before, and many Sinborn are resistant to non-magical damage, which this is. You remember fighting these in particular, and them being fearsome foes that you try to not encounter. I mean, take on unless you have a huge group with you, or you have magical items, which you do not. You do recall that if you do get bit and not killed, within 72 hours, you will become hive mind, part of the hive mind.
And the only cure we knew of it, or that I knew for it, was greater restoration.
Correct.
Follow-up question to that are Sinborn unique in that like they all look like him, or are there varieties and this is just one of them?
No, they don't all look like this one.
That's what I
but
figured.
they all look horrific. Like they look scary. They're all very scary looking monsters.
Good times.
Stuff of nightmares, essentially. All right, so yes, you after summoning what am I saying here? Failing to stop the summoning, the Sinborn Scourge is what it's called. It spawned and kind of just decimates the cultists that are still alive, and then attempts to chase you guys, but you guys attempted to slow it down before you fled down the lighthouse. Some people went up but changed their mind, decided to go back down, and once you reached the bottom floor, you found that the bottom floor had all the candles blown out and it was in a dark room. How would you like to proceed? Oh, by the way, Brandon's not here currently. He probably will be joining us later. If not, we'll just try to go without him. See how it goes. How would you like to proceed?
Do we see anything in here?
If you
Like,
have
with my
dark vision,
yeah.
if you have dark vision, you can see not all the way across the room. You're 60 feet unless you have advanced dark vision.
I do. I have 120 feet dark vision. Oh wait, no. Sorry, I'm thinking of a different character.
I'll cast
It's like,
light. I'll cast light.
Cast light. Okay, sure. You cast light in the center of the room to illuminate most sides, I suppose, right?
I'll probably center the room just to try to maximize effectiveness for people.
All right, just outside of the range of most people's dark vision, standing on towards the back of the room, is a man. And we bring him on to the map. Not that big.
We are on the middle floor, by the way, not the. Or wait,
No, you're on the bottom floor. You're on the bottom floor. You were on the middle floor.
I also need to rejoin as a player. Give me a second. Never mind, ignore me. I was still up on the previous floor. It probably didn't move me when.
Yeah, about there.
The only one who can see the future.
As you cast light, you illuminate a man standing just past the center of the room, and he kind of gives you a smirk. He's cloaked at first, but then he reveals himself. Vulcan, you recognize this guy immediately. This guy's name is Gregor Brimstone. He's a veteran legionnaire, someone that was in one of the squad leaders that helped train you, but might not remember you specifically because there's a huge squads that he helped train. You know him to be like, he's a high up rank guy. You know him to be like one of the first guys to join the Legionnaires once the awakening happened to help deal with monsters. So he's been fighting these things for 10 years.
Is he wearing the same white cloak?
Yeah, the white cloak.
I am?
Yes, correct.
Yeah. Okay. I know this man.
Divine Portent?
Oh, it's the divination wizard stuff.
Okay.
I can go over it if you want, but carry on. I'm just putting it out there so people know.
All right. Yeah, I'm not sure what that means, but when there's time, you can tell me. But yeah, as you illuminate him, he kind of smiles and he says, "So you're the ones that ruined my surprise, my investigation." You realize that the cloak that he was wearing was one of the like cultist type of cloaks, so you must have been undercover.
Oh, like I saw him. He was wearing it earlier, and then he cast it off.
Yeah, when the light revealed him, he threw it off.
Yeah. Oh, okay, okay. Gregor, I know you.
You know this man?
Anyone who
Yeah,
doesn't,
he trained us.
sorry, everyone who besides Wolkin can roll a history check to see if they do know him, because his name's probably may be something that you heard before.
Might actually be a legend. We all know him. All those.
Not everybody.
So just because we're rolling
Definitely don't
dice,
know him.
Oh, Ross.
Oh,
not
everybody.
Tyler,
forgot
just
it.
so we're rolling dice, I'll explain the part really quick.
Yeah.
Is I can choose before the die gets rolled, I can replace a die roll that will be made with one of the results I got.
Awesome, got it.
So
All
I may
right,
interrupt you for
His
you're
predictions
good.
are never wrong.
Never wrong.
Tyler, what was his last name?
Brimlock,
Brimlock?
Gregor Brimlock.
I wrote
I
Brimstone.
thought you said brimstone.
Did I say Brimstone? Sorry,
I think you might have, yeah.
Brimstone Lock.
Brimstone's a thing, so Brimlock is his actual name.
Brimlock.
Brimstone is his nickname.
Sure, my mistake. I didn't have the name in front of me, so I kind of just went with it.
It's all good.
You said, sorry, say that again. And what did you say? All right, well, let me go with these rolls real quick. I'm jumping around. Faz, Bud, and Zoom, you know him. You know him by his legend that he's probably the person that's slain more monsters since the Awakening than anyone else.
Nice.
Kaz, you're like not
Wow.
really familiar with it. You don't really care, probably. Not into the history of the recent history of people slaying monsters. Anyways, yeah, you guys know that this guy's no joke.
Yeah.
What are you saying?
Oh man.
Well, sorry to step on your toes, but we're in a bit of a hurry.
He approaches.
Show some respect.
Says, no. You're not leaving. You're helping me slay whatever you helped spawn up there.
To find
sorry.
help.
Whatever we spawned.
Well, you certainly didn't stop it.
Well,
Oh, we certainly didn't summon it. Certainly not with our blood.
we just got here. How long have you been here?
Enough to watch you make a mess of things.
Did we really do that much?
I fear we cannot help you.
Ah, but you're one of the cloak. Which means you must be here as monster hunters.
Oh no, he's gonna get us killed.
This is
Yeah.
tanking violence.
I'd step up. Definitely would have been a fanboy of this guy because I
Mhm.
love the idea of hunting monsters and yeah, I'll wrap my arm around Koss and kind of pull and stepped up to the front of the pack of everyone. I'd be happy to fight there. I mean, we would, as I'm pulling him kind of close.
I'll shrug your arms off. Don't volunteer me. I've seen enough people died of one of these things.
As long as we've got him, I don't think we could ever fail.
He says, what is it that spawned?
A
Scourge.
Scourge, that's all. He kind of chuckles. Just let it come. It's probably tracking you right now.
Sorry,
Do I
let
get
it
the, do I
go.
get the impression that he's a legend from the others, like because they're, you know,
Uh,
deferring to him?
roll
Or-
check to see if you just notice they're amazed that he's there. You know that they're less like you in this situation. There's a reason behind it.
Sure.
So that being said, you can take that for what it's worth. But he says, at least if I fall, don't let it get to those doors.
Well, we were going to use the cannons on the ship.
The
But we can
cannons
do
of
it
the
your
ship.
way.
You would sink the lighthouse, the only thing leading ships in the storm.
Rather than what? Decimate
Rather
the
than,
townsfolk?
rather than let one sin-born out in the wild. And during this conversation, it's going to appear in the staircase. Because you've been talking for more than 12 seconds.
If you're looking for bravado and heroic deeds, be my guest. I'm thinking bigger picture.
Does anyone else want to say something?
And I'll step behind him.
It is coming.
You got any magic
Prepare
items?
yourselves.
Got any fancy weapons?
Who about the plus one?
He says, I see. You're initiates. You don't have any gear.
That is
Well,
correct.
I have my cooking gear, but
Wait.
makes poor things for fighting.
Yes. Well, for Sinborn, most Sinborn, you're going to need magical items.
Do these scourges have any weaknesses, elemental wise?
No, not that I know of.
Are they resistant to any?
Just non-magical attacks.
Understood.
Sorry, did I say that right? Resistant to non-magical attacks, yeah.
Just making sure I know what to hit it with.
Did you guys those doors are broken down, correct?
They're not.
Those ones are not broken down, okay.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you lock the door behind you?
I mean, if we knew it was coming, I imagine we would.
Okay. It's starting to bang on the
'Cause I
door.
imagine we had come into the room a little bit, not just standing in the door chit-chatting.
It's starting to bang on the door at this point.
Okay.
I'm gonna prepare.
I'm going to step back and prepare something, but I'm just going to measure the ranges just a sec.
Can we move him not in the direct line of this thing?
He'll just be right here with us here.
Yeah.
Casio definitely does not know who this guy is.
I don't think I would give a shit if I did. He's a bit of a cuck.
Yeah, overconfidence, one word for it.
Hey, I mean, he's at least got something to back it up with. But
It's a
And he's
slow
wielding he pulls a big greatsword out from his sheath and is holding it as such in this picture.
I will hold an action to throw a javelin the second the Sinborn works its way through the door.
I will prepare a chromatic orb.
Very well. And as you do so, you hear boosh, 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 and it breaks through the door. So go ahead and roll your attacks.
All right.
Fuck. We're off to a strong start today.
Both of those miss. So they just tink off of its scaly hide.
Let's do classic fire.
Holy shit.
That's a 16 hit.
It does.
Oh wow.
17 fire damage.
17 fire damage. 4-foot orb just whoosh, comes out of the crystal ball and Just kind of like one of those anime things where it hits and then it like spins and it's like into it.
Very well. As you do so, you see some of the centipede tentacles singe completely off, and it's kind of rise in agony.
Nice.
Screeches. You catch Gregor turning around and smiling at you. She got the right idea. Anyone else had an attack prepared? I don't think so, right?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Gregor jumps in to make an attack.
Watch him like one shot this shit.
9 live stealer, critical hit.
Definitely hits.
Omni slash.
Virgin 2.
I'll never be a memory.
He actually did finish with one swipe of his greatsword. He decapitates this thing. And it falls down dead. He did exactly the amount of damage it needed to kill it. So it falls down dead, and he says, "Wasn't so tough, right?"
Well, it seems like we didn't ruin a thing then.
Except
No.
for potentially the boy that's still upstairs.
Nicely. You blew my cover. Made a mess of things. Is the boy still alive?
He was when we left. Or, well,
Fine.
he was when he got taken upstairs.
We have no time to waste. Let's go find him.
Right
After
behind
you.
So I assume you guys run up to the 3rd floor, so I'll bring you up there.
Wait.
I am the stair master. I am the master of the stairs.
Let's copy you guys here. One sec. There. You're all inside the room. He opens up the door. I assume you guys are right behind him. You guys see?
Are
will be.
these the doors down here, or are there
Correct.
more doors? More doors.
This is the door.
Just that one. Oh, okay. Be stunting back a beat.
Oh, I'll also
Right
retrieve my
behind
javelin
you.
on the way up.
That's fine. Yeah, you can retrieve your javelins that you guys threw.
Yeah. I think I threw one on the 2nd floor too. I'll.
I did as well, but I left that one behind. In a bit of a
as you-
hurry.
As you break through these doors, Gregor runs forward and he says, "Stop! Unhand the child." You see Father Rinva grabbing Sid by like the scruff of his neck, and he's trying to like struggle to get away. Father Rinva kind of looks panicked, but as he does so, the 2 cultists behind him slit their own throats and drop dead.
Ooh.
And portal opens right where the fire is,
Oh.
and Rinva drags the child in, and it closes
Into-
before into
Oh,
the portal
what?
in the fire, and then the portal closes behind them.
What
Damn.
just happened?
He looks to you and says, "Fuck." This caused more problems than it's could have ever had before. Because I was after that guy for a long time.
So this isn't his first area of corruption?
Certainly not.
Where else have you run across him?
Across Odasses. Usually remote locations. So the storm was their doing. And if not, it's just because Umberly is pissed that her temple is getting desecrated.
Can we see out into the ocean now?
Yeah, it's open.
Okay. Is the storm still going on?
Funny you say so. It's slowly kind of melting away
Oh.
with the wind.
Okay. And this is just wood for the lighthouse.
Right, but as you roll perception checks.
Doing it.
I perceive a lot.
Cool. So if you rolled under 15, you can look out in the ocean and you see like the actual amount of wreckage there are in the tides. It's a lot more than you originally took in as you walked across the dock itself. It's all across basically over a mile in each direction on the shoreline. There's wreckage and bodies. If you rolled over 15, you notice that there's bodies over here. Left side here.
Oh.
You may go investigate them if you'd like.
Oh, sure.
Yes.
So that's just me and Drake.
I would like
Let's
to
check this out.
Vulcan as well.
take a look
Vulcan, I'd say you do it. You have 15, that's fine.
Oh, Vulcan as well. Yeah.
at the
Yeah.
beacon pyre.
It's an under 15.
Pyre.
He's over there with you. You can look at the beacon pyre. There are some skeletons inside, meaning you probably find that it's not hard to notice. I'm not going to make you roll for that. But there was probably some sacrificial things going on.
Does it seem like there is anything arcane about this flame, seeing as they just disappeared into it?
Not
But
the flame
there's
itself, but
On top of a
when
magic circle or something.
no, but when the cultists killed themselves, it was definitely arcane. What you guys know? You guys roll investigation checks actually. Who are checking the bodies?
Oh
Indeed.
no. Just not this character.
No.
Wow. Okay.
Or that character.
Okay.
Are we looking for Sid?
We're blind.
Sid got pulled into the portal with Rinva.
I missed them.
Wow. Okay. Let's see if Gregor finds anything. Lucky. Okay. So you guys don't really notice much about these bodies. You just assume that they're probably just cultist sacrificial bodies that they just piled up over here. But Gregor notices their stuff they're wearing is a little tattered. But he finds one of them is wearing a Legionnaire's coat. He says, "The shipwrecks." Says these were survivors.
Oh, damn.
They must have been used for ritual purposes.
Could have been us if things had gone differently.
That's certainly true.
Indeed.
He grabs the cape, the cloak, and puts it in a bag. He says, "I heard news of the previous ship before yours being shipwrecked by one of the monstrosities at sea.
Aye.
If that's true, then you're all the people of Krantz have. You're going to need some help."
Ain't no denying that.
He gestures for you to follow him back to the others. Or anyone who's investigating.
I'll do so.
Very well then.
Is there anything
Oh,
of note on the cultists' bodies that
Yeah, I roll investigation checks just so you can see what you find off them.
not so much like loot, but more just like hints of what they might be up to, stuff like that. You said perception or investigation?
Investigation.
Even better.
Yeah, you look over their bodies thoroughly. They don't seem to have any type of markings, but there's zealots, so they blindly follow this faith, is what you determine. You do find that they have 5 gold on each of them. So if you do want gold, there's 10 gold between both of them, and they have a dagger each, a ritual dagger each,
All right.
and they have the cultist cloaks if you do want to retrieve those for any reason.
I mean, couldn't hurt, I guess. Take them for evidence.
They are bloodstained at this point.
I imagine so.
So, Gregor, where do you go from here?
From here, the town's going to need answers. There's going to be
Do
paperwork.
I even know his name? Did he introduce himself by name, or do people
No.
just know who he is?
You don't know his name actually, but everyone else.
I'll say so.
Everyone else knows Gregor. They might not assume match a face to a name, but Vulcan definitely can. Anyone who rolled over 20 definitely can. I'll just say that.
Gotcha.
But anyway, you say Legionnaire. He says, from here, the people of this small settlement are going to have questions that need answered, and there'll be paperwork to be filed. Says, you have a job to do. This was my job. He says, but I can't send you ahead without, at least preparing you a bit. He pulls off two pendants, necklaces that he has around his neck, and he hands it to the group to take.
Oh.
Might I take a look at these to discern their nature?
Please, I can just tell you myself.
That would also do.
I take one.
So he says, one is a periapt of health, the other is a periapt of wound closing.
Nice. It's good shit.
This could prove useful.
So if I remember correctly, one will make it so you can't get diseases while wearing it, or if you are diseased, it'll stop the disease from spreading or getting worse. The other, if I remember it correctly, I think the other one makes it so if you get downed, you don't die outright.
You stabilize immediately.
Right, you stabilize immediately.
So is wound closure and what was the other one?
Health.
Health.
Got it.
Periapt of health and wound
Yeah.
closure. Says these are hard to come by.
Indeed.
Don't lose them. As for magical weapons, on the way to Krantz, there is an old Monster Hunter Guild's hideout cave in the forest. Says it was long lost. They say a Shrilgar overtook it. Uses it as its slumber area.
A Shrilgar.
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 Hmm.
Ever heard of one? You can roll a check if you'd like.
History.
What kind of check?
Whatever you think would be fitting. History, nature.
Survival?
I'll try nature.
You were more fighting the Sinborn rather than monsters, correct?
No, I'm just fishing. I'm just asking. History or nature? It's all
Mine's
the
more
same.
around esoteric knowledge. More about possibly their habits, more than tracking it, things like that.
Would being from Krantz give me any sort of? Would this be?
No, unfortunately, it's not a France-related monster.
No crunch knowledge.
And what is its name again?
Shrilgar.
Shrilgar.
Shill or shrill?
Shrill.
Shrilgar.
Have you ever heard of it? Those of you who rolled over a 20, or no, I'll say the 19's fair enough. So Zoom and Fraz have both heard of this. Dricky didn't roll. If you want to roll, you can. Or Vulcan, you guys both can. Anyone can roll.
Nature or history?
History or nature, I would say, yeah.
All right. Well, I'm both -2, so let's see.
Same. Or well, -1, but they're both negative.
Uh. Wow.
He's got stars in his eyes.
You're just so happy to see Gregor right now that you're like what you're saying.
Stars.
Can I get your autograph?
So
My
yeah,
notice.
just Zoom and Fraz. You have heard of Shrilgar before, and they are tall, ganky, large creatures. that have gankly, like long limbed,
Gangly.
gangly. There you go. Long limbed creatures with long claws, and their big thing about them that you know is that they can kill people just by looking at them. They can kill people if someone looks into their
Now-
eyes, it'll kill them.
So kind of like a Medusa sort of thing, or it just has to
Yes.
look at you.
Like a Medusa type of thing.
Okay.
If you look at them, and happen to glance into their eyes,
Go turn to stone, you
it
die.
can kill you. So Gregor says, "Any of you heard of him before?"
I have. They seem fearsome.
Fru just kind of raises his hand a bit and just goes like, "Yeah,
Says, "They say one overtook the cave. There were some magic items there, some magic weapons that you would find useful. If you have it in you to fight a Shrilgar, that would be an excellent choice for your weapons. Otherwise, you can earn them by ranking up in the guild, but that might take years."
Would I know with the check that I made whether the ability to kill somebody is based on its ability to see? Like, if you were to blind it, would the eyesight still take effect?
I'm not going to give you that information.
Okay.
But Gregor does say, if you do fight it, don't fight it in the dark.
Understood.
Why not?
Because in the light, it hides its eyes.
That's important info.
Sensitive to light. I have faith in this group.
If we brought light into dark places, would it hide its eyes then? Like the light I cast downstairs.
I never fought it in a cave, but I assume so. Just sensitive to light. It has frills on its head. It hides them and covers his eyes if it's in direct light at all.
is there any way to draw it out?"
Draw out the cave.
No, I mean, like take it out of its cave. Like,
Oh, I'm not even sure if it's there. I mean, you could try. I never tried to trap the thing. I just killed it when we found it. We tracked it and killed it. Be careful. Even without its eyes, they'll still need to be there. It's a fast foe.
When we left on this journey, did we get maps?
You have a map of Odasses.
Okay. Can we get him to like point it out where it is on the map?
Yeah, I mean, he looks at it and he's kind of like points to an area just off of the path. There's like the trails that you see on the main map.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll just go to the map for you guys and bring you over there. All right, if you zoom in, you don't really have to zoom in, but from between Anzagon and Kranz, it's probably like there. He points to that area right there. It's not too far from here.
Like there?
Yeah. It's just a outpost for resupply. The guilds deemed it not worth our time. Not much left. But I have faith in you. One Shrilgar.
What's the worst that can happen?
You die. That's the worst that could happen.
No, I think becoming a thrall would be worse.
He says, "You got me. It's true. I've seen that happen too. I've had to kill some of my friends."
Aye, so have I.
He says, what guilds are you a part of?" I imagine you're paladin there.
I run with the. I'm looking for the list. Looking for the list.
Stalling.
I run with the Concord.
I imagined. The rest of you?
The Wizards Guild.
With him.
You're not part of a guild. How'd you get assigned this mission?
He can tell I'm wearing like a uniform of whatever thing would be. Whatever the call, I think it was called.
I put it in the chat.
Yeah.
Diverse group. That is good. We learned that having too much of one doesn't help always. Anyways, take care of those necklaces.
I foresee they will be useful.
You actually do. And as for this incident, try to keep it on the down low for now. We don't want news of this cultist spread to commoners.
You don't want people to be able to keep an eye out for suspicious cultists pretending to be their deities.
We don't want fear amongst people.
I agree. Fear breeds chaos. People do stupid things when they're afraid.
Precisely.
We're headed into the wilds anyway. Not many to tell out there. Tell me, do you know if there's any more in Krantz?
Any more of what? The cultists?
In
Can't
particular?
imagine. Crunch is a small village. Humble folk. Usually pretty poor. Bring it back over there.
Can you tell me anything else about them? Anything we should look out for?
About the cultists.
That or the village, Krantz?
Krantz. I haven't been there very many times. Usually lower tiered hunters get the more recluse areas.
Fair enough. What about the Vallegro?
The Vallegro, yeah, I heard of them.
Since we're the backup, well, since we were the backup, we
That
take a
is
vested
our
interest.
quarry.
Well, Vallegro are a new foe. I haven't fought them yet. They say they sleep most of the day. Hunting packs.
Aye, that's what we've heard.
That's all I know.
Well, in case we don't make it back, did we find out anything else we could tell him that he didn't already know? They do come around in sunset, from what we heard. So you can circulate that information.
It's good to know.
What we have found is that they attack once a day at a particular time.
Seems the time they're not sleeping.
Someone also mentioned that they drag their prey back to their shelters. Don't know why. Other than to eat, I assume.
I assume the same. He says, when it comes to the cultists, Rinva is not, the prime leader. He is a leader of sorts. This is my first time running into him. But there's an unknown entity that they follow. That's what I was trying to learn here.
Follow as in a leader or
A leader, or even a
god.
monster, I'm not quite sure. A god, it could be. Probably that's not the truth.
You run across the sea serpent running around out in the oceans.
I've been here for well over 2 months. Haven't seen the thing. I only started attacking recently, according to my knowledge.
Was the sole reason it calls the Rex, or the Rex always been here?
Oh, the Rex happened recently as well.
Just double checking.
If any other questions you have, if not, I recommend that you get some sleep and get on your way. The people of Krantz need you.
Yeah, where might we be able to find you in the coming months?
He chuckles. He's like, "There's no reason to find me. We serve the
Well-
same purpose. We're all here slaying monsters of sorts."
Well, just asking in case we need a friend for a large hunt. You never know.
If you run into me again, then I'll welcome you. If not, I assume you're dead.
That's fair enough to me. Anybody else hungry? So I'm looking around, just
Let's find some food.
Yeah. Okay. And with that, I will bring you guys all down. Well, I guess you're already down there. I'll bring him
How
down.
are you gonna get out of this village?
Through a bunch of interrogation by the commoners. I have to answer questions. This lighthouse is going to have new keepers.
Oh, so you're just staying then? You're not leaving?
For the time being.
Okay. I thought you made it kind of sound like you were getting out of town.
Well, I don't want to stay here. As soon as I can, I'll leave.
Roger that.
I assume I'll be tracking down Rinva somewhere else. And you guys go down the first level again. He says, "Let me handle the people outside. I'm sure this made a commotion of sorts." And as you exit, there's like a group of maybe like 10 people like gathering outside the door, kind of like listening.
The press.
Yeah. You guys are probably right out behind him. We're in the door, and he says, "Come down, people. Yes, there was cultists here. They have been taken care of. But the lighthouse will need new keepers. As for these folk, they help rid the place of the evil. Storm's passing now, and as he points to the sky, it's starting to become sunny again. Whatever's been plaguing you folk is now gone. Consider yourselves lucky." A little girl, little half off girl goes up to Kaz. And are you wearing your helmet?
Yeah, I am.
She peers in through your helmet, and her eyes kind of like widen, and she hands you a flower.
Mm.
Oh.
I will take it with a gentleness that belies my armored state, and I will clutch it and just give her a nod.
She says, "Thank you for the sunshine."
Thank you for your sunshine.
She giggles and goes back to her parents. The group surrounding Gregor, kind of off the side, but you're free to move as freely as you like.
I'm gonna head back to the board and brew.
I would like to go to the potion shop to procure spell component.
Oh, are we shopping now? I thought all the townsfolk were out here.
You can assume so. Even the shopkeepers are probably outside.
Oh, well, I mean,
Yeah.
eventually I'll do that. I thought that was like free time queue. Sorry.
Sure. I mean, we can move forward if you'd like to. Would you guys like
Nobody else does
to
anything.
buy rooms at the Board and Brew?
Seems wise.
The guy welcomes you.
Food, board,
Yes,
and brew.
Oh, you're back. How'd it go with Lot House?
Pretty damn poorly. I'd
What?
say.
Why is that? You didn't like the keepers? They told you they're quite weird.
Well, I don't suppose
Yeah.
you'll have to worry about that anymore. Unlike
What do
others,
you mean by
they're all
that?
dead.
Well, a lot of
They're
them
Dead.
killed themselves.
He's like taking back, like, what? What do you mean?
Yeah, so I guess you actually do have to worry about it because someone's gonna have to keep that lighthouse lit.
I mean, we didn't really do all that much.
We really didn't.
We just
Shut up.
showed up.
Yeah, we killed a giant monster.
Yeah, we did.
Well, we did get the boy.
Murdered,
Taken.
kidnapped.
I'm gonna need
But
one of
hey.
those beers. I'm gonna need one of those ales you offered earlier.
Is that the reason why the sun's shining now?
Aye.
I believe so.
You
I
brought
don't
the
think
sun
it's
back. I
'cause we-
can't believe it.
I don't think it's because we sacrificed the boy that the sun's back, but
Yeah, please do not go sacrificing young boys just for the sun.
I don't plan to, but if you're the ones that brought back the sun, then you get a stay here for free. And an ale on the house. It's the least we could do. I haven't seen the sun in months.
I'll put a gold on the counter anyway. It says, I imagine you don't get much customers out here.
No,
Keep
not
it-
since the monsters, like I said.
Keep the charity for yourself.
Just I'm grateful. Truly.
As you should be.
Ross puts his
Yeah.
finger on it and drags the gold
Right
coin
for the
back.
Just, that's mine now.
He bows humbly towards the lizard folk. And he leads you to rooms downstairs. There is no one in this place. But as he brings you back there, he brings you back there. Zoom, you notice that there's a kitchen door right here. If you ever get tempted to cook,
I just make note.
okay. And
I don't want to be offered another job today.
so the afternoon turned into night, so it is nighttime now, and you are probably getting hungry and tired.
Yeah, before nighttime, at least when the shops open back up, I'd like to gather enough materials for 2 casts of Find Familiar, and during the night I will cast one of them to generate a familiar.
Okay, good. You do so.
Which will be a white raven with 2, like a red eye and like a blue eye.
Very cool.
Love it.
Nice.
You do so. You have the raven,
So now I have 8 gold.
and you can go back to the shops if you'd like to. There's a stable for horses, potion master, and a weapon store.
Are we interested in horses, or how much do horses run for out here? Out of curiosity.
Couple carrots.
I'll run for some food.
Man,
Hey.
too rich for my blood.
You notice that they only have 4 horses
Okay,
currently of the apocalypse. All different colors. War, pestilence, death, and famine. But they run for about 20 gold pop.
That's a little bit more than I have Omega, fellas.
Unfortunately, I just spent that amount.
Looks like we'll need to go
Much
on foot.
components.
Believe it or not, I have enough for a horse, but don't know if I can do anything with it.
Well, ain't much use of just one of us as a horse.
Speak for yourself.
Could
Keep
be
it
used.
It's not like
Waste of credit.
As you guys are, I assume you're outside looking at the horses and seeing the sign that says, what, 20 gold horse? Some guys hears you talk about the horses. He comes and says, oh, please buy my horses. Please.
You there, sir.
Cause, go talk to him. I foresee you will be successful in negotiations.
I raise an eyebrow and I'm like, or well, you can't even see me raising an eyebrow. I would say
Just Mandalorian.
probably
Please.
not, probably not in the way you want. I'll talk to him. And I'll drag Bud by the arm since he was talking to him already. Put him up, put him up, put him up.
Roll.
How do the horses look? Do they look like sickly or anything? Or
The
they just
horses look
normal?
The horses look fine, but I was gonna say that this man does not. He looks sickly. He looks like he's spending all his money on keeping these horses fed so he can sell them to feed himself. So he says, "Please, please buy my horses."
Oh no. Oh god.
We aren't leaving today, though, right?
Likely tomorrow. What do you think, Bud? Does he look like he's like diseased in some way?
He's missing a couple teeth. He looks really scrawny. He doesn't look diseased, but he looks like he's not fed well.
Like a typical Monty Python peasant.
Sure.
Okay, this interaction's changed completely.
Can I do like a animal handling check to kind of walk around these horses and make sure they're of decent stock to at least get us somewhere?
Sure. That or nature. Whatever.
That or nature. Let's see what's
With
better.
animal handling.
Yeah, animal handling is a little better for me.
That's
Wow.
incredible. That's amazing. Are they even really horses? Do we know? Can we be sure?
What are these creatures?
These are the tallest dogs I've ever seen.
What do you put on?
We'll
their feet
take
to make
them.
so hard like that?
You guys both look at individual horses. Bud, you look at the yellow one there, and Cass, you look at the reddish one there, and you both look at them and you're like, "These are the most magnificent beasts I've ever seen in my life,"
No.
and you feel like you need them.
Sir, we'll take your entire stuff.
Well, hold up. We don't have the gold for that.
Alas.
Sir, we only have so much money. We are but humble servants of the guilds.
If you have 60 gold, I'll give you a 4.
Huh.
No, it's not any way to talk to the saviors of your town. We just killed a bunch of Thinborn.
It's a discount. What do you mean?
My good man.
Like the way I'm gonna persuade this guy.
My good man.
I am a good man. I'm a hungry man.
Ah, but the love
hell, my
and
All right, how
the
much gold do you
love.
want?
Well, I start going through my bag. Not 60.
I'll pull everyone aside. How much gold do we actually have, like, between us? Is this something we want to do?
I've got 19.
I have
What's-
Likewise.
It's only
have
4
20.
horses, though. There's how many of us?
It's still, you know, riding in the wilds can hold things, can like carry people, reduce.
They
Like
also-
it will increase the amount that we're able to travel.
Are we able to have a cart too? Like we could just have them draw a cart.
I don't have carts.
Yeah, it's like I don't know.
I don't even have saddles.
It's not gonna speed us up. Speed up our pace.
Bareback.
He did say we got pulled aside.
We don't even have saddles. I just went from actually like pretend wanting the horse to like not wanting the horse at all. Fucking hell, mate.
Do you guys want to roll your inspiration on those texts? Because I did give you guys
Were
inspiration.
those animal
for names.
handling or were those persuading him to
Actually,
do it? Because I thought they were just checking out the horse. Because I was going to use my divine portent on any negotiation stuff.
We haven't negotiated anything.
Yeah,
We're just-
so for the record, one of you is going to be rolling a 17 on that
Oh, okay. So then, in which case,
for the negotiations, but there hasn't been any sort of
You've got a better
Notifications.
check. So
no,
I'm
no negotiations yet.
just putting that out there.
no, with his
That's-
with those animal handlings, you just determine that you fell in love with those two horses and you need them.
Yeah, fuck that. I'll use my inspiration.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll go up to them because I have speech of beast and leaf, so I can communicate. I can't understand them, but I can like talk to them and stuff.
Sure.
So I'll go up to one of them and just say like, hey, you feeling healthy? You feeling strong?
Oh,
You like
okay.
it here?
So that you can hear what they say.
I can't hear what they say, but I can sort of communicate to them. Understand? I'm like, why don't you just like neigh or something if you like it here, or if you don't like it here, nature wise.
They all can just continue eating their hay pile, and one just poops on the ground.
Did anybody actually see the rolls come out?
Hold on, you
I
rolls.
didn't hear them either.
You-
I do, but I see them in the chat.
Yeah, I see the crit.
I
Yeah.
see a 9 and I see a crit,
Oh.
but they didn't roll on screen.
Weird. Well, it's not a 1, I guess, so that'll be that.
Okay, yeah. So I'll just say Bud fell in love with one, and you didn't, and you just assume that they're just normal horses. By your animal handling check, they seem like they're not wild.
Come away, bud.
But you don't understand. I've never
Listen.
seen a fine beast like this.
Listen, son. Haven't even got saddles on them. We can't ride these.
But
In fact, you're likely to more hurt the beast than anything with your armor and.
I would never.
What are your jewels?
And when you say that, Zoom,
Jolly bags.
Zoom, when you say that, the horse looks at you and it nods.
Oh, fuck.
See, he knows what I'm talking about.
And the guy's like, for the love of God.
I'll hand off a gold and say, maybe we'll need horses one day. Sorry, friend.
Just bless you. Now I can eat.
You
And,
know, you
God.
could always eat the horses.
I could never.
That's pretty dark, Faz.
God damn it, dude.
I was thinking it.
Oh, why?
So pragmatic. So
Is
pragmatic.
that
We're
desperate?
like literally slipping away. He's like, oh, fuck me. Oh dear God, I'm just so hungry.
You see the horse's eyes all widen.
And believe me,
Nay.
soon you will even consider it. And Foz will walk away.
He just said consider. He didn't say you're actually gonna do it. It might be like he implanted the thought in your head, and so that's where it comes from.
Oh my God.
To speed things along, does the potion shop sell any healing potions?
It does.
For how much?
They are not cheap.
Fuck.
So
how
yeah,
much?
they sell for like 25 gold a pop.
Woof.
They're more expensive than horses.
Arguably more useful in this.
Oh, yeah, Tyler. And the components I bought were as 20 gold worth of stuff.
You got it. It works.
FYI.
How is everyone so rich?
Well, I looted 2 cultists and I started with 18 gold.
I also was doing something. I don't remember exactly.
Do we have provisions? Did they give us like food?
It's just your starting equipment. So your rations and stuff.
Oh, 1 day of rations. Wonderful.
We should.
Well, you get, it says 1 day of rations, but it says there's an amount of that you have.
Oh, I see. Yeah,
Yeah.
10.
There you
Okay.
go.
So yeah, I'll go and I'm gonna try and find like if there's any food places. I'll buy some more rations. For
You can. The inn sells food like to go packages, like dried, like jerky and stuff like that. So you can get that.
Yeah,
They're very
I'll-
cheap. They're like a silver a pop.
Okay, I'll buy like Just a gold's worth, so that would be like 10
That's
more.
pretty good.
Yeah.
How many days is it to Krantz?
Let's look at the map.
Oh, would I know?
I mean,
You assume you
you're
would,
from
but let me
France,
just
I
do math. It would be like, 2 days on foot
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
It's not bad.
if you're walking
I
the
will
whole day.
I thought
I
that
will
was a lot
stick
further.
with yeah, I agree. Seems really far. Yeah, no, I'll stick with the rations I got, I guess.
When I say walking all day, I mean like 24 hours. Not 24 hours, all but long rest.
Like
Walking
a-
16 hours. Yeah,
Full day's march.
correct.
And we're making a stop.
Yep. So it'll probably take you a little over 2 days to get to Krantz.
Let's actually discuss that. I think it's a good idea. What are we all done to stop for it?
Stop for what?
For the Shriligar.
Oh, yeah. We might as well. It's on the
We
way.
need to come up with a plan. If we are to attempt this venture.
What, for the Shrilgar? I mean, we'll
To
probably
deal
need to
with
plan
it.
for the other
Let me
thing.
change the music. This is getting
Oh, yep.
dark still.
Yes.
It's so sunny. It's so sunny and bright.
Oh, yeah,
right
it's
now.
sunny.
Oh.
Anyway,
Can we ask around town if anybody knows about Shrilgar? Other than Gregor?
Roll a intelligence check.
Like just straight intelligence?
I mean, you can argue about something. It's like they're
Actually,
common folk, so
yeah. I'll
wait.
okay.
You're getting it. You're rolling a 17.
I've rolled a 17, mate.
Oh,
Okay. So yeah, it doesn't matter what your stat is that you're trying to roll, because you assume that common folk really don't know much about monsters unless they're getting attacked by monsters.
That's fair. Just want to be sure.
Yeah.
Well, at least we have options for if we have to fight it in the cave. You said that light, even magical light, would have it cover its eyes. We at least have the advantage there.
we will need to find a way to either draw it out or cover its eyes.
Can I buy a bucket? Oh, no, I have a cooking pot. I can just put a cooking pot on its head.
Let me see the pot. Is the pot big enough for my knowledge of a Shrilgar to actually...
For a large creature.
You never seen one, so you don't really know how big the head is.
Okay.
You just know about it.
Entirely possible.
But probably not safe.
Oh, also, I have a great sword, but like for stats, but for flavor's sake, it's a giant wok.
Okay.
Walk and
Perfect.
roll.
Cool.
Bread rolls.
Delicious.
Rock and stone.
Did you want to buy any health potions? If you want to, you may.
I've got enough self-healing that I'm probably okay.
Cool.
It's like all of my gold.
They are very basic healing potions, the 1d4
Yeah.
plus 2, so.
Pumpkin
Good in
spice
a
flavor.
pinch.
Now, does everyone have a mess
Potion
kit?
books.
You need to have some type of thing so you are more hygienic when you're eating in the wild.
And
Don't worry.
in case anyone cares, the weapon shop has just basic gear, nothing magical.
Yeah, I figured. And also, I also assumed any magic would be out of our price range.
Unless you take that 5-finger discount.
Know what I mean? Really, not what I'm about.
A few bounties
So-
might pay for that.
We have any ideas on how to draw a Shrilligar? We get some fresh meat or something.
Yeah, maybe if we could hunt something on the way and something attacks us, we can take its meat.
Yes. I
Could
might
always
Buy a
be able-
horse. We could.
I might be able to observe it using my familiar. And... sort of thing.
Could also buy food from the inn. I'm sure they've got meat here. We don't have time to hunt. I don't suppose we know about anything about what it eats.
Nope. But like most monsters, meat.
This is back on the menu, boys.
Mm.
I
Oh.
like Zoom's plan of hunting some fresh meat on the way. I believe that would be the most appetizing for the creature.
Oh, suit yourselves.
Any other thing you want to do besides go to sleep, get to moving?
Alright, I don't really have anything else I can do, so
What about like medicine? Because I'm worried about like disease and shit like that. Is that like a thing we'd need to worry about necessarily?
I mean, there's always certain monsters and bugs that can cause you diseases.
Is there any like in Krantz that I would know about that I'd like be able to warn people that we need to buy medicine for?
In Krantz, you're just worried about like small insects that can carry diseases, but it's like, you know, common remedies can cure it. It's nothing that you need to really worry about.
Slightly metagamey as well. I've got lay on hands. I can also cure diseases if necessary. So
Very true. And you have the paradents or whatever they call it, parapt.
That's true.
one person immune to disease.
Or if you move it to another person because it doesn't require attunement, it'll stop them disease from spreading.
What?
Mm-hmm. They don't
Definitely
require.
taking the,
What's that?
I'm taking the wound closure.
I do believe that the periaptive wound closure might be useful should it come to us needing to use ourselves to draw out this creature. If it can kill instantly, that might protect someone.
Well,
They
just don't
could
look at it,
initiate
right?
with that.
Let's just hope it doesn't come to that.
Plan seems half-baked.
As a last resort.
We don't have really enough information to form a good plan at this point.
I concur.
So we can prepare a bit, but
I think we got enough to go on.
yeah, we really and
Or
plus there's
something
not much
totally
news down that would even be helpful.
As long as we're not instantly dead, I think we're fine.
Let's just remember the wise words of our friends.
Which is?
Don't look into its eyes.
Oh. Those wise words.
So you guys shut in for the night?
It's nappy time.
I'm too poor to buy anything.
Yeah, you'll have your individual rooms in there, so you can put yourself in any room. It doesn't really matter.
Wait, did anyone actually buy healing potions?
No. Not.
Because I have a little bit of gold I'm willing to put up if someone wants to buy one. Because I only have 18 gold, but I'm willing to pitch in for that.
I mean, we've got a cleric, and I've got healing as well.
Umlau has healing. I have good berries.
We've got
The
options.
best berries.
They're not the best,
Well,
but they're
alright.
good.
I can't afford it anyway.
Okay.
Can I?
Vulcan was insisting on a fairy app, though. Am I right, as a legionnaire?
Yeah, whoever's gonna have the parry apps are gonna take them, and you can do it with what you want with them, but make sure you know they're in your possession somehow.
I took the wound closure.
The last thing I would have done is whatever general store they have, if they have one here. I'm just looking for like a journal or an empty, like a blank book, or something. Or even
The inn has it actually. They have like ledgers,
I'll buy
paper
one of them.
set. So yeah, that would be like just copper.
Would you like to look at that book?
Oh, it doesn't convert for me.
Just take a silver or something. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Just something.
I only have gold.
Wow.
I got it.
Yeah. We resting? What's happening?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. You guys resting? You said whether or not you're buying a healing potion. You bought the book and that's it?
Yeah, I'm just gonna buy the book and put the flower in the back of it.
Got it. Okay. So you guys do the long rest?
Yep.
Cool.
Yes.
It is.
All right, you rest without incident. You get your full long rest in. So make sure you do that on your character sheets.
I will stay up only long enough to write everything we've found about monsters into it.
Very cool. Shouldn't take you that long. There's only a few monsters that you heard of so far.
It's only half a page on Word.
All right, next day, you're welcome with a breakfast on the house. Just basic bacon and eggs. Says good morning, all. The cooks scrambled you up some eggs.
I
I
judged
ate
them.
more than. I judged them.
Ate up.
Falzordine is not a fan of his bacon being flaccid. Very floppy. It's not good.
It's not the best. It's not the best cook, but you know, it'll pass.
I eat with gusto.
Just ate up. You got a long way ahead of you to Krunts.
Also, I only lift my conical helm just that far to like get my mouth up.
Like Rorschach eating beans.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Sweet baby chicken.
You eat up your breakfast and you're good to go. On the way out, you see Gregor still doing crowd control stuff. He says, I wish you guys the best. Good luck on your travels.
And to you, my friend.
Aye, same to you.
I won't miss your silly little shore town.
It's not my town. But very well. And
Might
you guys
be-
are off.
You may be interested in telling the boat about what happened to Sid. Make sure to keep an eye out in case he shows up again. Sid, the boy.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, very well.
I just nod and leave.
Okay, and you guys head onward.
For great justice.
Mm-hmm.
Great magic items.
Onward.
So the settlement kind of breaks off into a forest, dense, kind of like a rainforesty type of forest, not like pine trees. Let me change the music here to fit that.
As we travel, I would like to send my familiar ahead, like kind of every now and then, like every, like maybe half an hour or so to kind of scout the area in front of us and kind of come back to see if they're either, you know, like find the cave that we're looking for, or any like notable sort of tracks or anything.
Roll
from,
a
like,
survival
kind of
check.
Bird's eye view.
Yeah, roll a survival check.
Survival.
Greetings, Professor. Nothing
Would
to
this-
report.
Through the Raven. Would I be able to do perception with the Raven?
Mhm.
Because I'm imagining like it's flying around and looking.
Right, sure.
Is that, did that roll correctly?
You did.
Hey. Oh.
Yeah, so yeah, you got your 20 there. After walking for a few hours, you just keep sending the Raven up, and
Yes. Sorry, these are my new portent dice.
The one is
a
amazing.
one. Cool.
Yep.
Yeah, after walking for a few hours, I mean, you keep sending the Raven up. Doesn't really see much. It's pretty shrouded by, you know, sightlines shrouded by trees, brush and trees and whatnot. so it's hard to see from above the trees. But after walking for probably like 8 to 10 hours, the raven spots the cave. And let me bring you over there.
Ooh, cave boys.
Yeah, and when I'm doing that, I won't like look through the raven. I'll just have it go back and kind of tell me.
You're walking, and the cave is yonder on the right.
Oh, it's like right off the road.
Well, Gregor did say that was an old monster hunting guild's hideout, so I assume it would be convenient to be off the road, right? That's Acacia.
Depends on what it was for.
We should scout it out. Allow me to send my bird in.
Okay.
My bird.
Boyd.
Bird.
My boy!
Can't work without me, bird. Boyd.
Yeah.
Bird.
So.
I'll just tell you what the bird sees. How about that?
Oh, okay, fair enough. I don't know if you tell me whatever. At this point, Fosverdine will actually like see through the bird though,
Correct.
and use that whole familiar
Ooh.
portion.
Right. So the bird flies in. It's pitch black inside, despite it being lit outside, because there's no light sources inside. It flies. It has dark vision, or you have dark vision through it, correct?
It does not actually.
Okay. Well, then it can't see anything in this cave,
It
unfortunately.
has perception +3, so it's trained in perception but doesn't have dark vision.
Unfortunately, it can't see in the cave.
Okay, so disadvantage.
Well, it would have to get really close in order to be able to see, and it'll probably bump into some walls here.
I mean, that's fine.
Well, let's put it this way. Can you have it roll a dexterity saving throw?
Sure.
All right. So this thing comes flying in, and it forks off, but it doesn't catch the sight of the fork in time, and it bumps into the wall, and it takes a point of damage and disappears.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that was 10 gold wasted.
Found the cave.
But you did find the cave.
What time is it right now?
I'll recap
it's-
find familiar.
Let's see. You guys got up probably around early. What would you say? 5, 6 o'clock?
6 is fine. Sure.
6 o'clock? You've been walking for 8 hours?
Okay. So 2 in the afternoon. We're wasting daylight.
Mm-hmm.
If you
Are
want
there
to,
any like
oh,
tracks?
if you want to
around?
hunt something, we should do it now.
Sorry, you guys talked at once. What were you saying?
But
I was asking if there's any tracks around that does it look like this thing ever comes out.
Roll survival.
All right. Now my familiar is an owl with dark vision, so.
Yeah.
You don't see tracks. Zoom. What were you saying, Cass?
I was just saying, it's like if you want to hunt something, we should do it now. It's not a lot of. We want to take as much advantage of as much daylight as we can.
Foz, did you want to send your owl in?
Yeah, just a sec. Sure.
Okay.
It can see now.
I can see now. Correct. Go back to that page. Yeah, as you fly the owl in, you see the fork. It from the owl's eyes, it sees the fork that your raven flew into, and you see a little like divot to where it hit the rock. It forks off in 2 different directions. I'll just go through this quickly because it's a small area. You go off one direction. There's a little divot outside, a divot inside of one of the paths where there's a body inside and spilt gold next to him. Looks like there's some weapons near him. If you keep going, there's another little divot with another body, more gold, more gear. And it's like that in 3 different divots. And if you go down a long path towards the end, there's a chest with a body, and there's all sorts of gear in here, essentially.
No
But no-
evidence
but no
of a
monsters.
creature. No tracks.
No evidence of a creature. But there's all sorts of bodies scattered throughout the place.
Like dead.
Yes.
So no. My question is like, have they been long dead? Like recently dead? That more that of like, are they mauled or are they just like skeletons laying down? That sort of thing.
Most of them are skeletons, but there is evidence of like blood trails and stains of blood and gore.
But like
Stains.
long past, like nothing recent.
You're not sure. I mean, from the beginning of the entrance, there are some blood stains that look like they could be fresh, but more towards the back, it looks like everything's pretty old.
Okay.
But there's definitely some gear in there, from what you can tell. Quite a lot.
Relay that to the party. It is currently seems uninhabited. However, we should assume that it is out hunting currently. And it might be back.
It's daytime. It wouldn't go out in the day.
What to say? You think it would hunt in the dark where I could see?
Maybe it doesn't have any threats to hunt during the day.
Perhaps it's
His
hiding.
owl didn't see it at all.
Nope.
It could be hiding.
You can roll a perception check to see.
Oh, alright. And if I remember correctly, keen hearing and sight. The owl has advantage on wisdom checks that rely on hearing or sight.
Cool. Very good.
Nice.
So you're pretty sure that with the owl, you checked every crevice in this place, and it doesn't look like it's in there.
I was fairly thorough. It does not seem to be whole.
Well, seems like maybe we post someone out to watch while a small group goes in. Maybe,
Aye, and what happens when it gets dark?
I mean, it's
Our
2
lookout
o'clock.
sees the creature. Just saying. Who knows when it could be here?
It could already be in there still, but
Also true.
How much daylight do we have left?
It's 2 p.m.
2 p.m. Okay.
So you got maybe 4 hours before sun starts going down.
we could say Umalao just stands watch while we go in and warns us if he sees anything. Like he'll come running into the cave. Or your familiar could too.
Yeah, I'll post up the familiar and have it. Whoo, whoo, if anything, and then Umlau could also, whatever. I guess I'll have the familiar do kind of patrols, and I could kind of be at like the mouth of the cave looking through it or something.
I don't know. This doesn't feel right.
I agree.
Something's off. But if we want those things, we don't got much choice.
I'll be right back. One sec.
No, go.
What's it gonna be?
Unless anybody else has something that could help in this situation.
Well, I can set magical
Sorry,
lights.
Did we see gear that we wanted? Or just confirmation?
Yes,
that
there
some
was. Well, there was gold, and were there like arms and stuff, or did I just see the chest?
Weapons for sure.
There were
And
weapons,
You were told that they're magical, so
coin, and there was a chest, but
Plus, Gregor sent by told us so. You know, that's got to be something, right?
Trust in Gregor Senpai.
And so I sent him to the cave where I hid a bunch of fake weapons.
Right into my trap.
She always needs to feed.
She longs for sweeter meats. I mean, we have enough magical light we can make do if it works. If it doesn't, we're dead.
It is not daylight, so
I mean, we could just have a torch too.
the more light, the better.
I'll light a torch.
I will lead. Assuming the cave is like single file.
All right, I will cast a light
At some
On-
certain points, it can be 2x2, but mostly it's single file.
on
Doesn't matter.
Vulcan. What do you use? Like a sword and shield or axe or
I have a warhammer.
warhammer? Okay, it'll be like on your warhammer.
Two-handed.
It'll be like a gleaming head of light.
So bright.
I will also cast light on my shield. So it's kind of like the mirror shield effect from Legend of Zelda.
Hmm.
Lots of light coming out. Okay. And you do enter, correct?
Is that what we're doing? I'm not sure that's a good idea.
Everybody?
What, are we just gonna wait till nighttime? What are we gonna do?
Well, you
You
guys
could always.
we had the plan to bait it out. We could try that first. That's I'm just spitballing here.
But it's
You
not
know-
in the cave.
That we know of.
Well, I mean, we took the thing with dark vision in.
If we're gonna trust that one roll, then sure, yeah, we can do.
I think
yeah.
it's better to go in now when we, at least when we think it's not there while it's daytime, rather than, like, I don't know, like it doesn't. We can try the bait out thing later if he doesn't show up or something.
If
if
we
he's not here
encounter,
and it doesn't go wrong,
Hmm.
then
we may not have a second chance at this if he can instantly kill us. Like,
well,
If we look at him,
yeah, yeah. It just sounded very lethal, and we're level 2. That's the only thing I'm getting at. So,
everything's going to be
Mhm.
lethal.
well, I mean,
yeah.
sure, it still has a chance to be lethal. I'm just trying to minimize
Yeah.
the chance something stupid happens and we end up dead. So, if you guys want to go in, we can go in.
if we do encounter it in the cave, it might be best to just retreat. Do not engage it in its home terrain.
We got lied. Hopefully, it won't go
Oh.
after us.
Stop you there because when the people that do know about this monster, you know that it's faster than any of you.
Yes, but if we retreat into the daylight, it
That's a
will
good point.
likely not follow
That's
us.
why I think it's best to make hay while the sun shines, like literally,
Kill all
because
of us.
As soon as it becomes nighttime, it is the creature's domain.
and we have nowhere to run at that point.
Agreed.
Well, what if we
Only
use?
if we engage.
True, but
We can just
if
not
we
be
do,
here.
But
Hmm.
there's a
if
lot
it
of foliage
becomes-
we could burn and start small fires.
More light. If we cast light and walk our way into the dark, it's the same scenario anyway. We fight him out here in the dark with light. Still the same.
Right, but it's daytime
Indeed.
right now, so let's go.
But he's not out here. He's in there, potentially.
Well,
We
maybe
don't think he's in there. We Fosridin's thing says he's not there, so
maybe we don't have to fight him at all. What if we just walk in, grab the loot, and leave?
that's what I'm saying.
that is
What
entirely
if he's
possible.
hiding? What if he just didn't notice him?
Well,
10
we have
minutes,
to operate on the knowledge we have, not the knowledge we don't have.
and we're back to the zero where we're waiting for him to show up in the daylight. We run to outside, right?
Okay, let's go in.
I mean, that makes sense to me.
I
Just
am
covering
proficient
her
in
up.
stealth. I might be able to sneak in and grab something.
The only reason I'm against that is just because you have to go in without light.
Yeah, it doesn't seem.
True.
Seems more dangerous than us rolling.
Are
And
you
if it
able-
does see you in there, you could be dead. Even with the light.
Be careful around the bodies too. Maybe it could be hiding amongst them. said it was a type of humanoid thing.
If we do send you in alone, it might be best if you had one of the periaps, perhaps.
Indeed.
Just if you do get attacked, make a lot of noise so we know.
Yes.
Oh, so we're sending him in.
I don't think that's a good idea. I think we
I'm
should.
not saying we do. I'm just saying if that is the course of action that we eventually decide upon, I believe it would be prudent to equip him before he heads out.
Of the plans we have, going in together with the light seems fine. Rather than sending him to his death alone.
I can send my familiar ahead of us and have it make some noise.
So not as the sentry, not staying behind to watch.
I mean,
His deliberation is making me antsy.
It's gonna be boys.
I say we leave Umlau out here.
alright, yeah.
Yeah.
leave him
Maybe we
alone.
leave
Umlau is the
Umlau and
guard.
you can use your
Push
bird
it.
as noise if you'd like, and then
Alright, fair enough.
if you're willing to spend another 10 gold.
As long as I find 10 gold. But that's what familiars are for, so.
All right.
Alright, yeah. Go in and kind of, as we like get to the fork, I'll go one way, the way with that had like the coins and stuff, and have it like pick up a coin, fly up to the ceiling, and like drop it with force. Which I think was to the left as you were describing it,
How come I only grabbed a few guys?
or something. But
Yeah, I'm not on the map.
I'm not here.
Who am I missing?
that will
Where's
definitely
everybody?
stay back toward the mouth of the cave. Especially while I am controlling the familiar.
Of course.
Everyone? Yeah.
Yep, there we go.
Score.
Look, they have some nice palm trees.
I can't see any palm trees, it is just dirt.
So what do we think? Light up front, light up back?
I like the.
Sounds like a plan.
We're going left. It looks like.
And also, so Vulcan and myself have the
Yeah.
lights. Do you want to take the front or you want me to take the front?
I'll take the front.
Okay, I will be in the rear.
Okay. and I'll have a torch too, just in the middle, just in case.
I'll be immediately in front of Kaz. It'll be like Kaz then me.
You'll need to call out what directions we go.
There's also 2 buds on the field. Did anybody notice that?
And
Double bud.
Winnie Kitty!
I'm seeing double.
he got
Sorry.
Why is my HP?
No, my brother.
Brown 1 or brown 2?
That's for you to decide.
Bud and bro.
Bud and bro.
Alright, freely.
Let's
Bud and bod.
Broly. Bod.
Bod.
Bud and Dud.
Bod dad rod.
That's my music's not in loop.
Dad.
Bud
Dad,
Dud Rod.
Bond Dad Rod.
Dad, father, rod.
Papa Rod.
This is a pretty dank cave.
Papa,
it's,
dad.
It's not like running with water, so to speak, but there are pools of water, pools of blood, some stained, some fresh,
Oh, okay. So
kind of stinky.
Okay.
Just to be clear, I will be following the group, like kind of walking backwards, directing my light the way we're coming.
Sure. All right, well, move yourselves.
This cave reminds me of the Lion Man's mouth.
yeah.
Moist and unpleasant. I agree.
They'll kind of like go
Think
here
of Hamtaro
first,
song.
make noise, and then kind of
Yeah,
fly
happens.
back.
I'm moving.
Oh, I yell out to Umlau. I'm like, Umlau, we're going left. so he doesn't like end up here going the wrong way.
I'd like to check out this body.
Okay. Anyone who wants to check out the body can roll an investigation.
Okay.
Let's take a look.
Oh, actually, crap. I should have done that beforehand. Oh well. I wanted to ritually cast detect magic before we went in.
Sure.
So yeah, anything that's like magical, I'll radar blip if you'll allow me to do that
Sure, that's fine.
retroactively.
That's fine.
Yep.
Let's
that-
see.
Lasts for 10 minutes. So
10, 10, 23. Bud, you are the one that finds the dagger on this guy. The other two find the gold and the bow.
Okay.
Ha
Okay.
are any
so
of them magical?
the bow and the dagger are both magical.
Okay.
And you would detect those immediately.
Yeah, as soon as I get within 30 feet of them, I kind of get a boop 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 boop. So
So let's see. Drick, you find the gold. It's 120 gold.
Woo!
Whoa.
8 horses.
Let's see. What we got. Bud, you find the dagger. Let me describe this dagger to you.
Okay.
120.
So I'm trying to find it here. It's a corpse slaying dagger.
Oh.
Ugh.
Okay. Corpse slaying dagger.
I'm not going to tell you what that does. So if you want to identify it or
I can identify it once we're done.
Yeah.
I have that. I can identify any magical items you find, but not here. Once we get to safety.
Vulcan, you find the bow. The bow is a +1 longbow.
Bo.
Nice.
And that is all the loot there. And just so you know, there are scattered bodies throughout, but these specific ones are ones that still have loot.
Okay.
Zoom is keeping watch. Just
Onward.
Here we go.
Right, all right.
Looks like we might have another one down here, boys.
Yes. And further, when I was scouting with my familiar, I found all these alcoves, right? So I can kind of like guide everybody
That's what I was hoping.
on what I found, correct?
Correct.
That's my understanding of it.
Correct.
Okay.
You know where everything is here.
Yeah, so Foz would be like, all right, there's another alcove to
Just
the
take
right.
more magic as it comes up ahead.
Yep.
More gear.
I'd push Zoom further into the tunnel so that
Oh,
we
wait.
can bathe it in
Sorry.
light.
I forgot that guy has armor on as well.
I have a torch.
I know. I'm just saying. Mine's like a well. I guess it's the same bright light, but anyway, yeah. I'm just pushing you in so that we can like cover the tunnel entrance if it comes out. But
Bud, you also find on the last guy that he has leather armor of acid resistance.
Okay. Leather armor of acid resistance. Got it.
Cool. Whoever wants to roll investigation may on this guy.
You roll a 1. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna do that. That would be mean.
Here we go.
Vulcan, you get the gold this time. It's. Hold on, you rolled twice. No, wait, no, that's connected to the last one. Sorry. Anyone else want to roll?
Oh yeah.
Does the third person want to roll investigation or no?
Oh, I mean, I will if nobody else does.
Yeah, I'll do it.
I'm over here. So
Type.
yeah, in the rear, trying to keep
Did
it
I not
safe.
do that? Did
Very
I?
well. Okay.
Bud's got this. This Bud's,
+4.
this Bud's for you.
Drake, you find the gold again. And this time it's 80 gold. 80 gold.
4 more horses.
If we could feed that man for a long time.
And he also has three
only he had
other
the horses.
magical things on him. Vulcan, let's see what you find. You find
Wait, see.
a Zorian Wenge Focus. It's a little different than the one in the thing, by the way.
Okay.
I assume that needs to be identified.
Yes,
I have no idea what you're talking about.
All this stuff will need to be identified.
Okay.
One more time.
It's Zorian, Xorian, Wenge, Wenge, Focus. And it's a little different than the one in the that's listed. But you rolled the highest again. You find a staff of withering,
Mm.
Oh,
and where is this? Cloak of many fashions.
Okay.
Do my turn on the catwalk. Ooh, on the cat.
And that seems like
Yeah.
that's it.
Okay. Anybody can use a staff. As I hold it up.
I might be able to, if it is of the magical variety.
I as well.
I will just hand it to Fazraidin to check it out.
Later.
Onward!
Time
I'll step out and point left.
as we continue to crawl through the dank cave, the smells become getting stinkier and stinkier.
Boy. Looks like we have a weapon rack down here.
And that is true. It is weapon rack. It's pretty easy. You don't really.
Who?
I see nothing.
Ah!
Yeah, you,
Nothing here.
you're like, there's a weapon rack over here. Never mind, that's just a piece of wood, and you continue walking. But I mean, no, it's easy to see. It's a weapon rack. It's not like I'm gonna make you roll for that.
Yeah, that's fine.
On said weapon rack are a few different things. There is a sentinel shield,
Oh boy. Actually, it could be good for me.
a vicious battle axe, a weapon of certain death battle axe,
Ooh.
Sorry, say that again?
there's a vicious battle axe, and a weapon of certain death battle axe.
Okay.
I sure hope that doesn't mean certain death for the wielder.
Right.
And a +1 spear. That's all.
Are any of these items any use to anybody?
We can determine that later. For now, just gather them.
Good idea.
I forged on ahead.
Ah, because you're a blacksmith. I get it.
Ting. Ting. Ting.
Poor little Tink Tink.
All right. You see a body up ahead. Whoever's up front can roll investigation on the body or check out the chest. Whatever they choose.
I'll check out the chest, actually.
Okay. Yeah, roll investigation. Either way, if you're checking the body or the chest. Chest is locked. If you have some type of tools to pick the lock, you may. Otherwise, you see a massive warhammer there. Let me see what that is. Which is a next to it, which is a vicious warhammer. You assume it's there to break open the chest if need be.
Vicious.
Taste of emergency.
Seems like
Roll that.
overkill.
Right?
Might as well just make the chest made of glass at that
Use
point.
the
you know?
flaming faux hammer,
Yeah.
just in case.
Does it have a little chain going to the bottom of the chest? Just like, take. All right.
It's
In case
magical
of
glass
emergency.
that can only be broken by this.
By this one hammer.
Is anyone investigating the body or anything else?
Yeah, I'll look at the body while he's playing with the chest.
I'm about to smash the chest.
I'm about to bust.
About to bust.
Bust a
Have
move.
Dreek open. It'll be good practice.
This is true. He's the
Putting
rogue,
me to
right?
work.
Sneaky.
I'm sure there's no way it's trapped.
You investigated the body, Josh.
Yeah, 17
You find yourself 100 gold.
gold.
Does he find himself covered in dead person goo?
Mmm, creamy.
Oh, it's on the backside though. I'm confused.
That was a very drippy noise.
Drippy.
The body is wearing glamored studded leather,
Glam.
and it's clutching a doll in its hands.
Don't like that.
Does the doll seem magical?
Yes.
Pick that up. Could be useful.
Or
Um,
I detect the magical aura from it.
I will kind of pick it up by the little arm and hold it.
Also, just walk up and snatch it
Yeah.
from you. Just
As soon as you touch it,
God.
it begins talking, but not in the doll's voice, in a man's voice.
Ah!
to Bud or
Whoa.
In general, it says,
Oh, okay.
"It came out of nowhere. Most killed simply by looking. Light. Use light. It doesn't see through its eyes anyway, but it'll stop its gaze."
Did it come from above or below?
And as you hear that, Umlau screams and comes running inside.
Oh, fun.
Oh joy.
Hey, mate.
Hi, guys.
Told him we went
I
left.
think it's here. And I think I'm going to end it there because he's not here, and
Yeah.
it might
He
be a
could
longer
possibly-
fight.
That's
You're gonna
fine.
die. So I want to be here for that.
Alright.
Sounds good.
Cool.
Sweet.
Shorter one, but you know,
Hey, but it'll be good.
that's up for something for next time.
Yeah,
Oh yes.
getting it done.
You are getting quite a lot of loot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, seriously.
I can
Yeah,
buy
we're gonna
12
have to divvy
horses.
that up.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah,
I guess stuff
full equipment shutdown.
malfunction.
Is everybody to know what I'm carrying? Like, there's no
Nah.
secrets.
If they saw you pick it up, then they know. Otherwise,
Okay.
you could try to you could have tried to hide the gold while you're picking it up.
Okay. I mean, I feel like it's more productive if they know what I have.
It's nice of you.
Well, anyways, you assume their Shrogar is coming.
I don't know how to share gold, but that's it.
Just keep track of how much
Yeah,
you
just keep track of what
picked
you
up,
got.
and then
We'll figure
we
it
usually do what's called a party
Usually.
fund, where we just kind of keep track of loot that we found and then split it up later.
Okay.
To where, like, we
Sounds
know
good.
once we clean out the cave, figure out everything we have, and then split it up
Yeah.
afterward, assuming, people survive.
Whoever's alive.
Indeed.
Yeah, man.
Whoever survives. Find out next time.
Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
Did.
short, but it's going to be a
Absolutely.
eventful one for next time.
Yes, sir.
Cool.
Thank you.
All right, everyone. Hey, have a great night.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
my
Tyler.
boys.
Monster fight.
Mm.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
No, we already had one. I helped.
I
night.
helped.
Bye-bye.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.